Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and place to be, it's Debsy. Boop, boop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, listen, I'm filming this on a Saturday. I was gonna say happy Saturday, but you guys are seeing this on Thursday. So in the past, Deb is saying, I hope everybody's having a wonderful week and is having a great day. And we only have one. We got to get through today and then tomorrow and weekend. So listen, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm pre-filming things. I'm not procrastinating, and I'm getting shit done. Yeah, Deb, you said you were going to try to not swear. I know, right? But here we go. Okay, so today we're going to continue on the journey with the Mom Talk moms from Utah. We're going to talk about episode 3 of season 2 for the silent lives, the secret lives of Mormon wives. So let's do it. First of all, I just have some water today because I had a diet Dr. Pepper last night, and I feel like I want to get some more water in me. So let's grab your favorite beverage, whether it be a dirty pop, or if you're from anywhere other than Western Pennsylvania, you would say dirty soda. But get your dirty pop, your tea, your coffee, your milk, your water, or your adult beverages. And put it in the comments what you're drinking, and let's get into it. Okay, so episode 3 picked up. They're still at the Halloween party at Jesse's. So okay, Taylor's yelling, Chase is yelling, and both of them. Well, Taylor's yelling, and both Taylor and Chase are calling each other liars. Dakota is kind of agreeing with Chase. Macy is like, listen, I see some shit going down over there. I think I might need to go over there and try and get this under control. She tries to de-escalate it. A little bit helps a little bit, but Jesse, I don't understand, because Jesse is like, I shouldn't have invited the people I invited. I didn't know it was going to go this way. Stevie Wonder could have seen that it was going to go this way. Come on. So they leave, the three of them leave each other a little bit. But then Layla, remember, Layla had dated Chase. So she's not that big a fan of Chase at all. She goes over and she starts to get at Chase. And because she was like, what did you think would happen if you came? Why did you come? And she's like, oh, I know why you came. Because we find out then that he has a podcast. See, I don't know Chase. I have no idea of who the heck he is. So he has a podcast. So it's obvious that he's there for the tea. He's there for some content for his podcast. And he's there for, the clout. That's why. And listen, his girlfriend, Kate, is nowhere to be seen. She's actually being comforted by his ex-wife Miranda, and she's just getting more and more upset. Listen, if I was you, break up with him, run away. I know you're thinking, but I love him. But that's a red flag. That is a walking red flag. Dakota's now yelling at Taylor because Taylor doesn't have his back, and she says he lies. So Dakota leaves. Because he's like, fuck this. This is getting out of hand. I'm gonna leave. He doesn't stand. Meanwhile, Taylor, I don't understand when Taylor is like upset that she doesn't have his back, and that he doesn't have her back, and he abandons her. He betrayed her before. Why do you think he's going to change? He's going to change. He ain't going to change. So Dakota leaves. Meanwhile, Kate also leaves. you would think that Chase would be like, oh, where's my girlfriend? She's upset. Let me go see how she's doing. Let me go comfort her. But Miranda is the one who has to tell him, listen, Kate left. And when he hears that, he doesn't leave. I mean, Kate is like crying and she leaves and she's all upset, but he stays there. Cause why? Cause clout. So everybody's in a kerfuffle. Chase then is like, Demi comes into the whole thing. And now I didn't see when, no, I didn't see when he put the hands on her, but at first, but then when they showed it, I don't know, it didn't, she said he put hands on me. Like she went up to her husband, to Brett, and was like, he put hands on me. And so he flies off. I'm laughing not because he put hands on me, but he didn't have a shirt on because him and what's his name? I can't ever remember his name. I'm going to call him Jason. His name probably isn't Jason. I don't even know what his name is. Jesse's husband. So he doesn't have a shirt on. So he goes downstairs and Layla's like, why did he have a shirt on? Why is he shirtless? For some reason I had to laugh at that. So, wait a minute. I just lost my train of thought from laughing so much. So, Miranda says, Miranda says, well, I saw Chase walk by Demi. It wasn't aggressive. To me, it didn't look aggressive. Like, it didn't look like he pushed her or anything. It just looks like he maybe just was like, hey, where's Kate? Or whoever he asked for. I don't think it was aggressive. But the rest of the husbands and Hakeem, I love that Hakeem was in this. Please, Layla, if you're watching this and you're not, please start dating Hakeem. I need Hakeem to be in every episode, please. But don't start dating him. Let him go to Bachelor in Paradise and then start dating him because I need him on as many shows as possible. So they confront Chase. Chase apologizes to Demi. And then they're like, okay, thank you. Get the shit out of Dodge. How about you leave? So they kick him out immediately. So Chase has left, but cops still show up. The cops show up because, neighbors are getting, Jessie and her husband just moved into this neighborhood and they're all of a sudden having this big party with all this noise. So they call the cops. Doesn't one of the housewives is like, have you ever seen Secret Lives of Mormon Wives? And the female cop looked as unimpressed could be. She's like, no. No. I'm out here putting my life on the line and I have time to sit around watching you fools on a TV show. No, I don't. So everything was like copacetic. They left. No harm, no foul. So then they bring down, they're like, let's try to make this, let's lighten the mood. So they call up Jen, the guest of honor. Jen Affleck, the guest of honor. So they're like, hopefully, listen, Zach is going to redeem himself with how he acted for the Chippendales in Vegas. Hopefully everything's going to be okay. It was not. Zach did not look happy at all. And it was awkward. Meanwhile, Jessie is like, I'm not thinking too much of my so-called friends, of Jessie and Demi, because they know like what a sore subject this was for Zach. They know that this was not a great thing. So after that, they slip out, and it wasn't just awkward for them. It was like awkward for everybody. It was just weird. It was just, it was weird. It was just awkward. And And seriously, coming from someone who loves male entertainment, I have hired my own male entertainers. Like for my 30th birthday party, I hired my own male entertainer. I'm gonna say male entertainer. My own male entertainer for my birthday party. Because none of my friends were ballsy enough to do it. They were like, whose birthday is this for? I was like, me. None of my friends have balls enough to call and order one. But me, I will. So, but listen, Michaela has a good point. About Dakota taking Chase's side. Dakota took Chase's side because Chase is the one who gave him validation. Like as soon as Chase walked in, he went over and was like, "What's up, my brother?" Went up and hugged him and was all like, happy to see him. Ain't nobody else happy to see him. So that's probably why. So a little bit later on, next day, Michaela and her family, and then her sisters, they went trick-or-treating. I thought that was adorable. They dressed up like the Wizard of Oz. I thought that was so sweet. I thought that was really cute. But then her sisters came over, and her sisters went as Michaela and Whitney. Michaela is like, I think I'm coming off as mean, but I was kind of, what do I have here? And she was also very surprised to see Taylor stand up for Miranda, like take Miranda's side. But Michaela's done with taking people's shit. She's like, I'm tired of this. She says she usually is coming out with like anger, and she can't really validate feelings because her family, there was never that in their family. And then we find out, and this, listen, I'm going to do a trigger warning because I want to get this out there before anybody, before I talk about it. She does talk about her past. This goes back to the trauma that she had in her life. She was schmexually percused, what rhymes with that, for like years until she was like 15. And I'm not quite sure if this was at the hands of her mother, but she went to her mom, or if it was at the hands of someone else. She went to her mom, and I think this is vile. I think this is so vile. Her mother didn't believe her. And so after that, she just shut down. I don't blame her at all. I think that's so fucking terrible. I think that's so heinous. I think that is so terrible. Ugh. But now we see exactly kind of like why she acts as she does. Okay. So with Zach and Jen are talking. They feel like the Chippendales was like absolutely a jab because they know what drama this caused before and are going to do it now. Friends just aren't going to ambush you like that. And Zach was like, listen, why wouldn't I get that with Demi and Jesse because they're like that, but he thought better of Brett. Like he thought that Brett would at least give him like a heads up. But then we find out Jen did have a heads up. Jen was at, I'm still going to call it Jizz Hair. I know it's Jay-Z. I'm still going to call it Jizz Hair. She was at Jizz Hair, and they told her about it. They said, this is what we're going to do. And there's also going to be a surprise. We're not going to tell you about it, but it's going to be a surprise. She loved it. She loved the idea. She said, oh, I love it. She was all in on it. So how would she, listen, how would she not know how this would affect Zach? She was like, she knew all about this. So why didn't she tell Zach about this? And now I get why Zach wouldn't want to go to these parties and thinks it's toxic because he thinks she didn't know anything about this, and her friends her friends are going to do something like this that caused her problems just last year. I get that where he's coming from. And after the party, Zach took his frustration, I guess, with Demi and Jesse out on Jen. Now, I mean, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. But I mean, she's the closest one that he can vent to. But then Zach brings up like a good comment where he says that he sticks up for her and their family, but she doesn't, which is true. Like she last year, she never really said a good thing about Zach. Like, even when she was saying things like, he's the only person who loves me, she said it in a way that made it seem very controlling. You know what I mean? I'm not to say that he wasn't controlling, because he probably was, but I can see where he's coming from. I kind of agree with him on that. He's getting real upset. So he walks away. He's like, listen, quit filming me. I'm done. I don't want this flipped. He says he doesn't want this flipped on him again because of her friends. So what is she hiding? Like, what's she hiding? Okay. Whitney, we don't get a lot of Whitney, but Whitney's pregnant. As you know, Whitney would have sneezed and she would have given birth. So Whitney's pregnant. Her water breaks. So it's go time. It's baby number three. So let's get in there. I was not a fan of Whitney last season, but hearing that she gave Connor like another chance and things are better, I don't know. It made me tear up because he was so excited at the baby, and I don't know, maybe it's a lavender marriage. Even if it is, I thought it was sweet. I thought it was sweet. Lavender or not, I don't know. Okay, so later on, all the kids, all the ladies and their children, except for Jen and Whitney, they go to like this farm / like amusement park mini thing. I don't know. And Jen and Miranda have gotten close because both of their marriages have been like deeply scrutinized, and Jen feels pretty much alone. So, and when anybody reaches out to her, she's like, she's going to accept that. And Miranda is brand new to the group. She doesn't have any like preconceived notions or anything. So Jesse brings up the point. Jesse questions, listen, is it that it's either that Jen lies or Zach doesn't know about the things that she says. And either way, it's going to come out and it's going to bite her in the ass, is what she's saying. Layla's not cool with Jen. And the reason why Layla's not cool with Jen, we find out, is because of what she did to Demi at on the Vanderpump Villa trip. So I guess there was this guy who was flirting with her, was flirting with Demi. Demi is saying that it wasn't reciprocated. Like, nothing happened between Demi and this guy. It was very innocent flirting. But Demi says that Jen was very judgy. She was judging me, and she kind of used this as blackmail on me. Now, I'm going to have to look into it, but there is a lawsuit that was put out. I'm going to have to look into it and talk about that in another video. But Demi tells the ladies about their discussion with Jen and how, everything that Jen had said and all the lies, and then how Jen deflected and was like, but what about Vanderpump Villa? What about that? And kind of like just threw Demi under the bus to take the heat off of her. Classic. That's something that's classic reality TV. Everybody does it. Not that it's right, but everybody does it. Taylor and Miranda, they just went off on their own and talked, which I think is exactly what needs done. You two were the ladies that were involved. Just get it squashed between the two of you. And now, listen, it turns out who wasn't lying. Taylor wasn't lying. I'm going to tell you that. Taylor was right. But Miranda's like, listen, okay, all that happened, but I basically denied it because I was embarrassed, and she was worried about what it would look like in a church, like how she would be judged by the church. But she's like, those days are in the past. I need to take accountability for this. Miranda had trouble having like any kind of empathy for Taylor because of what happened with Chase. Remember, Chase, like, they didn't end up having like an affair outside, but remember, Chase is like fell in love with Taylor, who was Miranda's best friend. So there was kind of like a double betrayal because she thought that Taylor had cheated, like outside the swinging, and then there was a betrayal from Chase, like an emotional betrayal or maybe a physical betrayal. They both admit to like, listen, we were both the villain. We were both shitty friends. They seem to put it behind them. Taylor breaks down and she's like, listen, I was stuck in the past and I hate the Taylor of 2022. And what she did back then is like still affecting her now. So, I mean, she is, but out of everybody in this whole show, I'm going to tell you, I think Taylor Frankie Paul is the one who she's going to therapy, and she really is showing that she's putting in the work to change. That's what it looks like to me. I mean, you could disagree, but that's what it looks like to me. Michaela, they do show Michaela with her therapist. She is, all the trauma that she kept buried deep below is now kind of seeping out. And her therapist is like, hey, listen, I want you, pretend like I'm your mom. And I want you to get just as nasty and as mean as you can. Get it all out. And even when she tries to, it doesn't really bubble up as much as like you would think it would. But maybe this is the first time that she ever told her to do that. And she really has, she has to go through some more therapy sessions for her to be able to get it out. Okay. So Taylor and Macy go over to visit Whitney. I was surprised as hell, but this is why I say that I think Taylor is the one who is willing to really, like, when people on reality TV are like, I'm willing to put this in the past. I think she is. If anyone is, I think it's Taylor. They talk about what happened at the party. Taylor's like, Dakota did not defend my honor against Chase. And Taylor, okay. And the thing that Dakota was really upset about was that Taylor didn't tell Dakota that she had a sex dream about Chase, but that was in her past. So I don't know why she would necessarily have to, you know what I mean? But once again, I don't understand why she is so upset that he didn't defend her. He doesn't defend her. He didn't even defend her against her own family. Like when her family was like, well, you slept with him, so you got what you deserved. He didn't even stand up against that. They talked about the fight and the cops, and she's like, Whitney, just before in this episode, wasn't Whitney like, I don't miss any of that. This right here is what matters the most. My children and my family and being a mother. And now she's like, oh shit, I miss this messy drama. Get me back in there. She wants back in. Tap her back in. Okay, so Jen, we're talking about Jen. Jen is feeling very isolated. And it feels like Demi and Jesse are sabotaging her marriage. I can understand where she's coming on that, but she's actually kind of doing it to herself, I feel like, because what she had said about Zach is now coming out. I mean, I would think that one way or another, he would find out about it anyways, because if he watches the show, they show what she said about him last year. So it's going to eventually come out. I mean, she maybe shouldn't have said that. I mean, I get she wants like a storyline, but maybe she shouldn't have said that, period. Maybe keep it in your head. Maybe say it. What did Dorinda say? Say it, regret it, write it, forget it. Just write it down, throw it away. Write it down, keep it in a journal, lock it away. That's what Dorinda would say. Say it, regret it, write it, forget it. Boom. That's it. I believe that's what she said. Dorinda Medley. My favorite housewife of all time, Dorinda Medley. Okay. So listen, Jen, back at Jen's house, she's like, hey, Zach, just to let you know, I'm like a defective typewriter because I missed a period. If anybody knows what movie that's from, let me know. Nobody's going to get it. She's like a defective typewriter. She skipped a period. So she's like, oh my God, I might be pregnant. So she's like, okay, I'm going to take this. Are you going to come in with me? I could see why he wouldn't want to go in. Why you don't have to help her pee on the stick. Don't ask. If that was me, don't ask me to hold this stick. Okay. Don't ask me to hold it. So it turns out she's pregnant and she's really not happy because, and I can get where she's coming from. She don't know what's going to be going on with this marriage. She doesn't like where she's at emotionally, mentally, like in her marriage. So I can understand exactly where she's coming at on this. She's very upset. It was kind of sad. It was a little sad. Okay, so next week, Macy on what's it called? Sinner Sundays. She gets a confession saying, hey, listen, when Demi was out of town, I slept with Brett. And also, Zach tells the men that you guys touched my wife without consent. And what does this MT? Okay, and then there is a mom talk sex party. I don't know why. Listen, never mind. We're going to get into it in the next video. Okay, so if you watched, please let me know in the comments what you thought. Okay, now I was going to say something. I was going to give my opinion, but no, I'm going to give that opinion right now. Listen, I like Miranda. Miranda is nice. She's nice. But here's the thing. I think Miranda is just on the show for clout. She needs that coin. You know, she needs that coin. I don't know where she's getting her money from, but she needs a coin. She's not really, we'll see in the future if she brings any drama, but I think they really brought her on because they thought there was going to be all this drama. She's not bringing a lot of drama at all. There's no way she's going to be the villain, Whitney. So, you know, I think I know who it's going to be. I think I know who the villain's going to be. And the first name don't start with an M. I think it starts with a D. So, okay. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you either agree or disagree with me. Let me know why. And listen, if nobody told you yet today, you're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put love, kindness, compassion, acceptance, hope, and positivity out there in the world. And also, please be kind and treat everyone with kindness. treat people the way you would want to be treated. Also, please be aware of your surroundings. Be smart and safe. Let's hydrate with some water, wham or ham. Hydration appreciation moment, water appreciation moment, wham ham. And if you're in a dangerous situation, please know that Dolly and I are sending our love, thoughts, prayers, and all types of positive energy your way so you make it through. I love you guys, and I will see you either tomorrow or on Saturday. Love you guys. Have a great one. Bye.